The highest probability is that this date is within the 15th century AD.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a remarkable finding.
The most interesting aspect of that is that the nitrogen is much, much higher, and one of the possible explanations for this is that this individual has been fasting, probably over the last 3 to 4 months of his life.
Victor learns that Bugai, determined to become a permanent source of inspiration, starved himself by eating only tree bark and nuts for 3 years. Then he climbed into this box. Inside, Bugai meditated for days. As he neared his end, the box was lowered into the ground. It was a living death, but it was also the key to his preservation. For 60 years later, when the box was reopened, it revealed a mummy. This then is what Victor has been looking for, the astonishing method the Japanese monks used to mummify themselves. And it all happened right here.
This is the hole where Bukai entered nirvana. It's very deep. I wonder if I can get down in there. Oh my. Take my lotus posture. This is a spooky place to be. And I think if you were not a holy person, you wouldn't be able to endure it. It's almost superhuman. It is superhuman. You couldn't do it.
Bugai's long starvation didn't just have a spiritual effect. It also shrunk down his organs and muscles and destroyed the bacteria in his intestines. With no microbes to eat away at his corpse, Bugai's body was preserved. Victor wants to know if this same process was at work with the Tibetan mummy.
Could it be that he starved himself to death as part of a meditational process?
What normally happens when somebody dies is that the gut bacteria that they have within their body will spread around the body using the vascular system almost as a superhighway, and that initiates an enzymatic destruction of tissues as well. Clearly they haven't happened with our mummy, apart from the very initial stages where you get biochemical change to some of the tissues, which is why his lip has started to curl back.
Clearly something strange happened to this monk, something that halted the natural processes of decay. Halfway around the world, Victor has arranged to meet Dr. Herbert Benson of the Harvard Medical School. Benson's study of Buddhist meditation has revealed new insights about the ways the mind can affect the health of the body. For years, Dr. Benson has been conducting experiments on monks at Tibetan monasteries in India to understand the brain's ability to alter the body's metabolism. The results have stunned modern scientists.
What we found with respect to their oxygen consumption, in simple meditation, they decrease their metabolism upwards of 64%. And this was the largest decrease in oxygen consumption that was ever recorded in experiments by a simple restful procedure.
Carefully monitoring a form of Dzogchen meditation known as Tumo, the yoga of inner heat, Benson came up with even more intriguing results.
What we found initially in Tumo was that monks were able to increase their skin temperature in environments of 50 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit.
But his most unexpected finding was yet to come.
Well, what we found in these monks in very cold environments of 40 degrees Fahrenheit, wrapping themselves in wet sheets, these monks astoundingly could increase their temperature enough to get the sheets steaming and dry the sheets. You and I would go into uncontrollable shivering and perhaps even die of too low blood pressure.
Steam rising off the sheets, no pains of hypothermia.
They were quite comfortable there simply by performing their Tumo meditational heat yoga.
When asked how they do it, The monks describe relaxing, focusing on their breathing. They picture air coming in and out as a kind of energy. They visualize it as a flame, a fire that courses through the chest. Dr. Benson has also discovered that anyone who performs the initial steps of meditation will have a major impact on his or her body. Even for modern patients, the effects are profound. Meditation can help the treatment of stress-related health problems such as anxiety, depression, high blood pressure, and cardiac irregularities. Over the past 20 years, Dr. Benson's study of Buddhist meditation has proven that it can create certain very concrete physical changes.
Learning about Dr. Benson's work has given me a glimpse of the tremendous powers that the Tibetan mummy might have possessed. If they could actually dry icy sheets using heat visualization techniques, I wonder if the mummy could have dried his body the same way.
Clearly, there are even stranger factors at work in the Tibetan mummy's preservation.